Kevin Acee added on here saying, any move for a shortstop likely would involve trading another middle infielder. The executive that he talked to specifically mentioned the possibility Jake Cronenworth could be made available, but stopped short of saying the team was looking to trade the two-time All-Star second baseman. When I read that, alerts just went off in my head. Like, whoa, hold on a second here. Thinking about trading Jake Cronenworth, like he could be made available if they get another middle infielder? What are we doing here? What? Really? That is not the guy that you make available if you go get another middle infielder. This guy's a two-time All-Star, back-to-back All-Star. He can play first base. If you bring in another middle infielder, let's say it's Trey Turner, he's going to play shortstop or second base, you would think. They'd have Tatis in the outfield or Turner in the outfield. Doesn't matter. Tatis or Turner, they're going to play either second base or shortstop, right? You don't have a first baseman. So Jake Cronenworth needs to go play first base. If Acee's saying here, or this executive that Acee talked to saying, a move for a shortstop likely would involve trading another middle infielder. The middle infielder that you trade or that you make available is probably Ha-Seong Kim. And I think Ha-Seong Kim has value. I mean, I think he could bring back starting pitching. Like, he was great on defense. Teams know what they're going to get out of him defensively. This guy did lead off at some points for the Padres this year. And I think teams are probably expecting him to only get better offensively as he continues to have experience in the big leagues. And I love Ha-Seong Kim, but he can't play first base. He's not a back-to-back All-Star, right? He's not a guy that can hit in the middle of the lineup, even when Bogarts or Turner is on this team, in addition to Tatis and Soto and Manny and et cetera, right? So the guy that you make available is Ha-Seong Kim, not Jake Cronenworth. Preller loves his versatility, right? I know Kim can play second, he can play short, he can play third, right? But Cronenworth can play first, second, short. Like, you need a first baseman. If you go get Trey Turner or Xander Bogaerts, how much money are you going to spend on a first baseman if you trade Cronenworth? Right? Like, that doesn't... I just don't know how much money you would spend after spending over $200 million on Bogaerts or Turner. And then you're trying to spend $500 million on Soto, and then you're trying to lock up Darvish on an extension. You would think at some point, like Preller talked about that at the GM meetings. So if you spend on a shortstop, my point is the Padres probably don't want to go spend on a first baseman as well. When the first base market, by the way, is not that great. Why do you think they're involved in this shortstop market? Because the left field market, the first base market, it's not great. I mean, Trey Mancini, Josh Bell, Brandon Drury, Michael Brantley's more of a DH guy. Jurickson Profar, they'd probably have to overpay to bring back, according to reports that we've heard. And Scott Boras is really playing Profar up when he was talking to reporters at the GM meetings. So you're in the shortstop conversation because you want the best overall team, the best lineup, and then you find positions for these guys. And you know Bogarts and Turner are better options than Brandon Drury or Josh Bell in the lineup. You know that those two guys, if you get one of those two guys, they're better options than any left fielder available on the free agent market. And you make that move wanting to add those guys to a lineup that includes Jake Cronenworth, right? Like that's a focus, right? That you're adding them to a lineup that includes Jake, that includes Soto, Manny, Tatis, right? That's your core of that lineup. You're not saying, oh, I want Bogarts and Turner to add to a lineup with Ha-Seong Kim hitting in the middle of it. No, Jake Cronenworth is the one that's hitting in the middle of it. Ha-Seong Kim's going to be hitting probably seventh, right? So as great of a defender Ha-Seong Kim is, and I thought he filled in really well in 2022 at shortstop when Tatis was out. He's the guy you make available. You don't trade Tatis. One, he has a no-trade clause, and he's one of the best players on the planet when he's on the field. He can play the outfield, can play short. He's just simply one of the best players in the league. You don't trade Cronenworth. You don't make him available because he has multiple years of control still. He can play multiple positions. He can play a position that you have a hole in right now. Ha-Sung Kim, he should be the guy that's the odd man out. If the Padres do make a middle infielder available, if they do trade a middle infielder, like AC is saying, any move for a shortstop likely would involve doing so.